Good morning, everyone, on this Tuesday in the second week in Lent. And we are reading different commentaries and treatises and homilies that are from the saints of the church as found in the Office of Readings. And today we're reading from a commentary on the Psalms by St Augustine. And it's entitled, "The Passion of the Whole Body of Christ." Lord, I have cried to you. Hear me. This is a prayer we can all say. This is not my prayer, but that of the whole body of Christ. Rather, it is said in the name of his body. When Christ was on earth, he prayed in his human nature and prayed to the Father in the name of his body. And when he prayed, drops of blood flowed from his whole body. So it is written in the gospel, Jesus prayed with earnest prayer and sweated blood. What is this blood streaming from his whole body but the martyrdom of the whole church? Lord, I have cried to you. Hear me. Listen to the sound of my prayer when I call upon you. Did you imagine that crying was over when you said, I cried to you? You have cried out, but do not as yet feel free from the care. If anguish is at an end, crying is at an end. But if the church, the body of Christ, must suffer anguish until the end of time, it must not say only, I have cried to you, hear me. It must also say, listen to the sound of my prayer when I call upon you. Let my prayer rise like incense in your sight. Let the raising of my hands be an evening sacrifice. This is generally understood of Christ, the head, as every Christian acknowledges. When day was fading into evening, the Lord laid down his life on the cross to take it up again. He did not lose his life against his will. Here, too, we are symbolized. What part of him hung on the cross, if not the part he had received from us? How could God the Father ever cast off and abandon his only Son, who is indeed one God with him? Yet Christ, nailing our weaknesses to the cross, whereas the apostle says our old nature was nailed to the cross with him, cried out with the very voice of our humanity, my God, why have you forsaken me? The evening sacrifice is then the passion of the Lord, the cross of the Lord, the oblation of the victim that brings salvation, the Holocaust acceptable to God. In his resurrection, he made this evening sacrifice a morning sacrifice. Prayer offered in holiness from a faithful heart rises like incense from the holy altar. Nothing is more fragrant than the fragrance of the Lord. May all who believe share in this fragrance. Therefore, our old nature, in the words of the apostle, was nailed to the cross with him in order, as he says, to destroy our sinful body, so that we may be slaves to sin no longer. Well, hopefully we see each other soon. Bye for now.